Okay, so everyone is currently talking about how important it is to be authentic, to be yourself, but what does it actually mean to be authentic? How can you be your authentic self? Um, I can tell you it's not about trying to be better or trying to be different. I'm not going to tell you to be different. You can't be different than you happen to be, right? You don't control your thoughts, you don't control your feelings. There's no controller initiating these things happening. So but now you're constantly in this position where you're with other people and you start to worry about what they might think, or maybe you're about to disagree about something, and then you stop yourself because you don't want to make a bad impression, maybe. Maybe you're about to share your story, your experience, something from your life, but you stop yourself because you feel it might be weird, or it might change the mood of the situation too much. So there's constantly all these ideas and worries going on that don't, or that reason you out of just letting your inner happening shine to the outside as well. But when you realize that you don't really control what you want, what you think, what you feel, and these things more so just happen, it becomes a lot easier to realize that worrying so much, caring so much about what others think, actually has the opposite effect of what your reasoning is trying to achieve, right? Your reasoning is trying not to be weird, but then this forcing yourself shut is more so the weird thing than maybe making a fool of yourself, maybe embarrassing yourself. Laugh about it. How much do you love when someone is being weird or clumsy or stupid? Why don't you let yourself be? Why don't you do the thing that you've been wanting to do forever? Most of the in the end, all of the fears that you have in your mind, that you tell yourself, oh, I'm afraid of that because of this, it's always based on ideas and assumptions. So let those go. Drop out of the whole act. Understand that the river is flowing in a stream and you can't force the direction of the stream. Just let yourself be carried by it and you'll be blown away how effortless the ride of life can really be. And just to quickly add on to this, it's not actually necessary to understand or see this philosophy rambling stuff yourself. You can get there if you want, but the point is just to show you the reasoning of why this fear that isn't quite letting yourself happen the way you're happening on the inside. It's always helped me personally so much to be able to see through the logic, because here's my mind always reasoning not to do something because it might be weird, or because I might not like the outcome. So if I'm so good at reasoning anyways, why not just reason the way that leads to happiness? And it is perfectly reasonable. This is a completely logical deconstruction of this pattern of holding yourself back. When you figure out why you're doing this, it becomes so clear that it is completely an illusion, it's completely irrational. All the reasons you had for doing it were based on ideas that you believed. These ideas aren't actually laws of nature. These are your beliefs, your perception filter that you see the world through, right? So, yeah, just wanted to add that onto there. It's not super necessary to be able to understand this exactly, but it's just to show you that your reasoning of why you're not letting yourself be the way you happen is faulty, whereas the reasoning for why this other reasoning is faulty is sound. You can follow the logic yourself. You don't have to just believe it. You can clearly see it once you kind of start breaking out of all this worry and fear, right? Okay.